Hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Rachel and I am a Christian homeschooling mom. I have 4 kids ranging from 11 to 2. Currently, I'm homeschooling my oldest, my 11-year-old. He is just finishing up 5th grade, and I wanted to give you guys a tour of our homeschool rooms to share some organizing ideas. I love looking at people's homeschool rooms, so I thought there's probably someone out there that would be interested in looking at ours. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna start here with the dining room, which is our homeschool room. We have a whiteboard here, the corkboard, the hutch that I've turned into our homeschool station, dining room table where we do all of our homeschooling. We also homeschool on the couch, outside, wherever we want to, but this is our main station here. All right, so this is the hutch that I have transformed into our homeschool station, and it pretty much has everything that we need for homeschooling. But I do have this globe up here that is really great for geography. You can use the pen and touch certain areas. I have this up here for the younger kids. Sometimes they'll sit and do that. But basically I have some supplies up here, thumbtacks, just anything that we need. This is just loose paper. This has my staples, some stickers, stapler, just a ruler, just extra things. Then honestly, there's really no rhyme or reason. It's just all the subjects thrown in. If it's time for reading, I know the book's over here. If it's time for history, I know the book's over here. I just pick it up, grab it, we go sit on the couch and read. We have some flashcards for math that he'll do. These are his science books. These are some of the charts that he makes for science. So we learned about rocks, and so I made him fill this out. He's an artist. I don't know why he draws like that. He just wants to get it done quickly. But anyway, so these are some of the things that he does for art that I make him do as addition to the lesson. And then I have some books here. Sometimes the books that he's reading are up here or whatever. We also have just pencils. He has this verse of the week. So we have the verse of the week board, but I also have this because I think it helps him to write it down himself. And he also just uses this to help him memorize it as well. So down there is just stuff that normally goes in a hutch, like bowls and all that stuff. So I will show you this area. As you can see, the little children love this area too. But this is our whiteboard that we use all the time. I'll usually have the date across the top and the memory work on the side, what Josiah needs to do for the day. So this is today, what he needs to get done, math, reading. These are just some things that he hasn't done yet. So that's his list, and as he does them, we erase them off the board, and it's just been really nice to have that. This right here is our corkboard. As you can see, we have artwork on it. I also keep my list of subjects that he has to do, and this is the list of science and history is on the back, so it's just my guide. Whatever week we're on, we do that corresponding lesson. If the radiator is on, we don't leave this up here, but we have a bucket of crayons and pencils and stuff that he uses. So this is our board that we use all the time. I usually start out the morning on the couch, cuddling under a blanket, having some tea, and doing the devotion, Jesus Calling. It has just a devotion, and then there's 1 or 2 Bible verses at the end that I have my son look up in his Bible. And then we have this indescribable book. It's another devotion book, but it's more about science, and my son is really into science, so I love this book because he just gets really into it, and he'll ask some questions, and there's just some really interesting stuff. I don't know, let's see, be amazed. The colors of the northern lights are created when the solar winds bump into different gases in the atmosphere. It just like shares some extra information. Mount Everest, just some interesting things from a Christian perspective, and so I really enjoy that. And then also in our morning basket, we have our prayer book, and this is something that I really love doing. I'm not going to open it up because it's probably personal, but we always do a prayer, a few prayers, and a few praises. So that's our morning basket, and we always pray, and that kind of just starts our day on the right foot. And I honestly feel like when we don't do that in the morning, it just, the day is already off. So that's our morning basket. Another area is just this station here. So we do go to a co-op on Mondays and Thursdays. So he has his backpack here. He had this here when he was in public school anyway. So this is where his backpack goes. Then generally up here, I have whatever book he's reading is up there. Scarlett, my daughter, she goes to preschool, and they have a bookmobile that comes. So that book is up here as well. And if I have any extra papers that I need to keep together, they go up there. So yeah, so this is just kind of a general area to keep everything. And if you're curious, the playroom is a mess. Another thing we have as part of the homeschool tour is our verse of the week board, which we have in the kitchen. This verse I just picked out and have this up on the board right now, but usually it's a verse from our memory work guide book, or it could be a verse that we really like from our devotion book. Doesn't really matter. Usually it is from the memory work guide because that's what we're trying to memorize. But I really like this. Every week it's updated. It's in the kitchen. We can see it. And this has just been a really nice thing. Sometimes my husband will write funny verses on it as well, and I won't notice until a couple days later, and that's always fun. So this has been something I've really liked. That's part of our homeschooling and just general life as well. All right, that about wraps up our homeschool room tour. I hope you guys liked it. Since filming that video, we actually decided to move the homeschool room to the playroom. So stay tuned for another homeschool room tour when that is done. But as you can see, this is our dining room, and we have painted it, or we're in the middle of painting it. And yeah, so that's it. Stay tuned. Bye.